Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a match between MisterGoat and icanfathom here for your Brave Noob Worldcast for the week. It's going to be on Pride of Altaris. Very friendly to each other. Top left, we've got red Terran is MisterGoat, and in the bottom right, we've got icanfathom. Alrighty then. So, it's going to be a PvT at the Brave Noob World level, which just means it is Silver or a Bronze League play, sent to Snipermonkey at the email address in the description. Thanks again, Snipermonkey, for screening every single replay we get for this. And again, I think you got 3 replays for the last 2 weeks. So, if you want to get cast by Falcon Paladin, now is the time. Okay, so walling off your ramp leading into your natural base with a gateway is a good idea. And walling off the top of your ramp with a barracks is also a good idea. 2 racks opening with no gas. So if this were a professional game, I would say two racks dedicated pressure with Marines. But this is Brave Noob World. You can't tell, well, the builds are not a guarantee of what you're going to see here. Let's just say it that way. Probe scouting out. Oh, 3 racks. Okay, so 3 racks Marine pressure. If I didn't know better, I'd say this is Cure, but it's a 4th racks coming up. Cure likes his 3 racks openings versus Protoss. And I cast Africa World number 93 last night with Laughing Games at africatv.com/laughinggames. And we had Cure versus Zest in a best of 5, and Cure went 3 racks pressure like 3 of the games. Like, let's just say that. And it killed Zest twice. So, I mean, it's really strong. It's really good. It's a pretty standard, I don't know, kind of a stim timing off of 2 bases and 3 racks to show up with Marines and Marauders. And you don't even have any medevacs at that time. It's such an early push. And if you show up and there's not a shield battery with overcharge, there's not, like, I don't know, charge on your Zealots, you're just going to die to it as a Protoss player. It's a bad thing. So let's see what we get here. Now, we have gas, so you start making Marauders and stuff. Oh, he's supply blocked. Yes, is about right. So the intent is to get some Marini stuff done. But being supply blocked, and then you start floating cash. That's exactly kind of what's happening here. And pro tip for the day is going to be make your supply before you need it. Okay, so if you look at your supply count up here, and it says you've got about 5 available, 6 available supply before you need more supply, just make a supply depot. Or throw down a pylon, right? Just never stop making them, I guess, is the thing. Never stop making supply depots or SCVs. Never stop making pylons or probes, that kind of a thing. Which I think we've talked about a lot in these past casts, but yeah, I don't know about this. I mean, if you're going for this 4 racks, 1 base opening, you gotta be aggressive. Your opponent has 2 bases. They have more workers than you do. Did scout with a probe and recognize there wasn't a natural base and there were a bunch of Marines out. So I think icanfathom has a general concept of what's coming up here, and I like this. We're walling off. We have Zealots. Got a cannon at the top of the ramp, making another Zealot. Stalkers are actually not bad against unupgraded Marines. Just a thought here, if you're icanfathom who's watching this, Stalkers are not going to be bad in that situation at all. Not terrible. Does require some micro to kind of beat them, but anyway, is that another? Oh, it's a factory. So MisterGoat going factory, getting a 2nd gas up. So yeah, this is not any kind of a real build, but you know what? It's okay. And you know what you can also do is if you can save a bunch of minerals by reactoring a couple of these barracks, and your Marine production increases without making another entire 150 mineral barracks. But I got a feeling MisterGoat knows what add-ons are. He has a pretty good concept of spending his cash and being aggressive, and if he doesn't know what a reactor is, I'll be very, very surprised. Now, here's the problem with being aggressive on this map, is you show up, and your enemy, you have to come up a ramp to get them. And it's like, ugh, you don't have great vision. It's very scary to come up here. And so MisterGoat's just like, nah, let's wait until we have a siege tank maybe. Oh, we do know about add-ons. See, tech lab there, tech lab there, tech lab. Okay, and a reactor. All right, good. So mixing it up is good, right? You do want Marines. If you want to go for Marauders, great. Get a tech lab. If you want to go for combat shield and stim and stuff, absolutely. Tech lab for those too. And then a tech lab on the factory for siege tanks. And now he's expanded. So, yeah, this is just kind of a, this is Brave New World. This is a fairly not well executed style 3 racks, 4 racks opening rush. But then again, it got scouted by icanfathom, and he kind of prepared for it. And it's easier to prepare against that kind of a thing when you have a ramp your enemy is coming up into. So I like it. I like what icanfathom is doing here. Both players spending their money fairly well. I mean, MisterGoat is doing it better than icanfathom, but icanfathom has, you know, 40 workers compared to the 26 that MisterGoat has. So it's easier to spend your money if you only have 20 workers versus if you have 40. Hey, hey. Concussive Shell's actually the priority upgrade MisterGoat is going for here. For his huge number of 2 Marauders, they're going to have Concussive Shell, which is really good if you're chasing, but if you're attacking, I guess it prevents your opponents from being able to pull wounded units back as easily if they're Concussive Shelled, so that's a benefit too. We will roll with it. But yeah, as long as we're hanging out, quick plug for, what do we want to say here? FalconPaladin.store. It is a merch site where you can get hats and hoodies and t-shirts and mugs and all sorts of great stuff. Falcon Paladin branded, StarCraft branded, kind of. So check it out at FalconPaladin.store. And you will be happy. Alright, Marine. Just checking to see if there's a third base coming up from the Protoss. There is. And the Marine tries to save his own life by getting out of there. And you know what? I think he does. He does. Look at him escape. What an absolute boss. Boss man. Stims on the way from MisterGoat. Alright, so at some point in this play, I would love to see you get a starport. But not happening. I do like that he's making supply. He's, he's supply blocked, but he's trying to keep up. He's trying to keep up with additional supply depots. If one SCV constantly making supply depots doesn't keep up, then sure, have 2 SCVs just constantly making supply depots, and that's probably better for you. So we're going for Templar Archives. Ooh, that's some fancy stuff for Brave New World here from icanfathom. But this is, oh man, 46 to 30 army supply with a siege tank. No charge on these zealots yet. Remember what I said about how good charge in this situation? They try to focus down the tank, and they do. But now everybody's gonna die. icanfathom can't hold against this. I mean, this is just too many Marines with stim. There are Marauders in here too, trying to slow warp in zealots. The third base is a total loss. Can icanfathom hold on? He's not taking a third base anytime soon, that's for sure. Army value is 38 to 0. Oh no, how do you, okay, you need to be chrono boosting out charge. Like, I mean, that honestly is gonna help you more than anything else here. Ooh, this cannon's getting some decent kills. Okay, one kill. Oh, focusing, I don't know if that was intentional, but he focused down the very wounded Marine first. Oh, gets another one on the way out. Okay. That is the benefit of Protoss, is you can warp in your reinforcements very quickly, as long as the pylon is touching a warp gate or a nexus, right? We know that. The reason this was a slow warp in is because there was definitely a pylon, but not touching a nexus. Oh my gosh, you're going to try to... icanfathom. I don't know how I feel about this, man. Remember when I was like, you're not getting a third base anytime soon? Yeah, that's definitely true. Charge lots, doing better. But just 3 charge lots against this much bio is not going to work out. So yeah, third base does not happen. Does not happen at all. Storm's on the... Okay, icanfathom. Look, man, if you can use Storm effectively, you're going to get promoted out of this Brave New World League very quickly, man. You're going to get promoted into Gold and Platinum, and if you have good Storm usage and decent builds and your economy is good, there's some steps you need to take to get into Diamond. But I think you're there. You're looking pretty good here. Right? Once Storm is out, and if you can get some decent connections, like, that's just... It's good against everything. Storms are good against Zerg, Protoss, and Terran, so any matchup you're in, if you're tossing Storm down on enemy armies, it's going to be much easier to win that fight. But this is a lot of reinforcements. MisterGoat, up to 40 workers, having a hard time spending his money, as we talked about. Finally has a starport. They're going to make another starport before making any medevacs or, like, reactoring this starport or anything. But, oh, he Archoned one of his High Templar. Okay. I mean, I would rather save it for Storm. Archon doing bonus damage versus biological. The Protoss is in so much trouble. So much trouble. But this Archon's getting some nice hits off on the top here. Don't go into tank range. Don't go. Guardian Shield is kind of nice, I guess. Oh, actually going to try to focus down the siege tank with the Archon, which, hey, that works, I guess. Archon got, maybe, you know what? I was poo-pooing your choice to go for an Archon here, but this guy's got 9 kills and is alive and is pulling back and has exactly 10 HP and no shields. Is real. And icanfathom insists he wants a third base, which, you know what? I can buy it. Did that Archon just wander into tank range? Holy smokes. Alright, well... Okay, so... third base is alive, for I can fathom. MisterGoat... Oh, does he not know? He knows about orbitals, he just hasn't orbitaled as natural yet. Which, I mean, it would be nice. Getting some medevacs as part of what he's doing here would be really, really good. Any High Templar as part of this crew? No, I think we took all the High Templar we made and turned them into Archons, because... No, I guess one High Templar did die. I don't know if he got a Storm off, though. These guys have almost enough energy for Storm. They're very, very close to getting it. Remember when the Terran Amulet existed for the upgrade for High Templar, and once they warped in, they could instantly throw down a Storm, and it was super good for defense? It'd be like, oh no, 30 Lings showed up, warping High Templar in 2 seconds, instant Storm. It was super good and dumb as well. Alright, so we're gonna... army value, look who has more army now. Well, it's still MisterGoat, actually. But in this location, it's the Protoss. Run. Run, Marauders. Run. Run, Marines. You're getting chased. You're getting chased by the enemy. Oh, I like this sneaky third base location. No, he's not going to check that. Why would he check that? Okay, he's not checking that. He's not checking that. Okay, this is a beautiful Storm location. Get it. Yes! Oh, 2 great Storms, and that changes the tide. Oh, I can fathom. Are we sure you're in bronze and silver? This spell casting is amazing. All right, so I think that's your GG. It's 48 to 13 army supply. The main base is almost mined out for MisterGoat. His natural base has no mining at it whatsoever. His sneaky third base doesn't have anything happening either. And he's running the SCVs in a direction, I guess, that does draw I can fathom away from the Ninja Third, which keeping that alive is... I mean, you don't have a great chance of staying alive right now. And really, to be honest, you're playing against someone who knows how to use Psionic Storm and has 3 bases and has 48 workers. And yeah, this is just your GG. So hit that like button if you enjoyed that one, Protoss fans. And I mean, not bad play from the Terran either. Just didn't have medevacs until now. Which, if you don't have any medevac support until 12 minutes, like, just cancel one of these barracks and make a starport, man. Start making a couple medevacs to add to your group. It would have really helped in some of these battles. I'm not going to tell you to start using spellcasters or anything, because it's a little bit harder to use ghosts and ravens accurately for Terran than it is for High Templar, for Protoss, for a lot of reasons. I like this tank back here. Just like, the units are so dumb. They're like, well, we can't see the siege tank, so obviously we can't attack it, even though it's smashing us in the face. Dude, those High Templar. Oh, okay. Archons them. This guy's casually got 16 kills. Archon, Archon, Archon. And then reinforcing units are here. The third base, the third ninja for MisterGoat is running. So that's good. These Archons need to walk over to the siege tank and kill it. Like, go up around the outside if you want to, but it's just, it needs to die. The AI is so dumb, though. You see this in every matchup. Tank is hitting you, but you can't see it because your vision is not as far as the siege tank's fire range. So watch this, watch this. We're gonna get in range of the siege tank, and the Archons are gonna be like, oh, hold on, we're working on it. And the Archons are gonna be like, we're being attacked. Oh, well, I can't see what it is, so obviously it's fine. Oh, he's not doing that. Ah, my science experiment. My demonstration. Oh, no. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Here it is, watch. And they're like, I guess we're just gonna go attack this refinery, but he knows now. So he manages to manually tell his guys to go kill that siege tank, and that's great stuff. I keep thinking the attacks of the High Templar are Dark Templar attacks. They sound very similar. Oh, we got a battle cruiser out. Oh, look at me not paying attention to the production tab. I just figured he was I mean, he is dead. But, I mean, he got a BC out, which is pretty bad if your enemy's going Archon Stalker, I suppose. Just a thought. And, oh, Yamato finished right before that fusion core burned down. Another battle cruiser. Where are you going? Oh, the battle cruiser jumped across the map. Of course it did. You have recall. You have recall. Oh, no, I can fathom. All right, this is something you need to figure out if you're going to do this. If you're going to get promoted, is recall is a thing. and it means you can instantly take your army from anywhere on the map to back home to defend against such a thing. You can just recall, like, 7 or 8 of your stalkers, and that'd be fine too. God, this pathing is just dumb. There we go. Manually dealing with the stupid pathing when you A-move. A-move is good, it's not that good. This battle cruiser here is defending, but really should probably just get out. Yamato, whack, kills one of the stalkers and then jumps out of there. I love that. So it's just kind of a game of hunt right now. Keep some units, no, keep some of the units here. He's not sure what he wants to do. It's like, you know what? They say never base race a Terran, and honestly, you don't have a Stargate. So you should not be base racing a Terran, but I think icanfathom is base racing a Terran. Oh no. Look at this, MisterGoat taking another sneaky ninja. Okay, battle cruiser does get taken down by a couple stalkers and like some kind of support stuff here too. So that BC is dead. Did another one go down? Well, there's still one over here. He's going to defend his ninja bottom left. And it's really taken icanfathom a long time to kill this base. He's been in here like 3 or 4 times and just hasn't taken the time to murder everything. Yeah, and this is Terran floating his buildings, as Terrans do when they're down 139 to 25 supply to waste everybody's time and be bad manner about this. Okay, look, I know you have this base, and I know you have this base, but your tech structures consist of a floating factory. And I think that's it. You have a factory. You're not going to win this game. It's just impossible. You know what you need to do, icanfathom, is throw down a Stargate and start just pumping Void Rays. Just because there's probably buildings that are going to be floating to the dead airspace that you can't reach with your stalkers. And if you have Void Rays, you can handle that. So the factory dies. He's building a new barracks. And he's like, what I need? Marines. Which I would agree with you, except there are so many High Templar with full energy here that it seems like a bad idea. Maybe don't do that. Oh, you try to come back in, MisterGoat. You know, like, come on. icanfathom knows what you have. Hilarious. And this one too. Like, he saw you float over here, man. Well, I guess there aren't a lot of good options when you're trying. When you are down 165 to 31 supply, but oh, he found this. Okay, so this is where all the SCVs are. So it was a decent like 20 worker count. Now it's 11, and some of them are running, but they're getting chased by a zealot, which is horrible. Floating this barracks off. I'm getting blink. I'm not sure that blink's gonna help you as much as you want it to. Worker count 6. Most of them down here. Oh, here we go. Here it is. GG! MisterGoat taps out. icanfathom is your winner, which we were aware was going to happen about 3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. But you know what? It's okay. Sometimes these games need to breathe a little bit. Sometimes Terrans need to float their buildings a bit before they realize they're dead. So end of the day, pretty effective stuff. I mean, just play out of icanfathom. The storm, everything in this game was the storm. Kind of 18,000 resources lost for Goat, 11,000 for icanfathom. Only lost one of his High Templar. Didn't really get too many storms off after the first couple that defended very well that third base and allowed him to keep it happening. The battlecruiser play was kind of interesting for MisterGoat. Not a bad one, but just medevacs. Medevacs are going to be the answer for him more than anything else as the game went on. So, GG. Well played. Well played. Indeed there today. Fantastic show of how High Templar Storm is good against Terran, right? Right, and scouting as well. He scouted the multiple racks, reinforced the top of his ramp at his natural, and he was ready for it. And the Marines didn't even try to get up there. Didn't even try. So this was a very well played game by Protoss, and I feel like we're going to get promoted here. So thanks for sending the game in, icanfathom, and that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Brave Noob World. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.